Chalmers, who's checked in for the East. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Los Angeles. Bellinelli dishes to Leonard. His three-pointers off the mark. Here comes Goran Dragic. He's got 8. Gasol setting the pick for Dragic. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Dragic has got 10 points in the game.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
That's a 2 from Bellinelli. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Hall's checked in. Inside. Back to Leonard. The drive by Cousins. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Paul again. Dragic. Paul passes to Harden. The dish to Davis. Gasol with it. Picked up by Davis. Gasol kicks to Chalmers. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one drops.
2 shots.
And so Chalmers nails both of them. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Thank you, Kevin. Doc Rivers trying to help this Clippers team to the mountaintop. And Chris Paul said, I've never had a coach that wants to win as bad as I do, until Rivers. Rivers said, I'm just here to try to win. I always tell our players there's no guarantee to it. You have to be willing to get your hearts broken. Gentlemen.
He's getting him to lay it all on the line. Doris, thank you. Paul kicks to Harden. Paul outside. Beyond the arc. That's good. Now it's a 7-point West All-Star lead.
You know, we really haven't seen the same focus defensively that we did in the first half.
Here's Gasol. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The East All-Stars shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Free throw good, Gasol. Jordan, he's checked in for Mario Chalmers. Both free throws good from Gasol. Now here's Paul. 16 points for him. Fires from deep. And it's the East with the rebound. Jordan's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
You know, they haven't been able to open up a big lead, but the rebounds are starting to add up for them. They may be able to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they've been doing the dirty work inside, Steve, playing a very tough brand of basketball.
East All-Stars have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. And so Jordan nails both of them. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
Well, he's watching his club miss a lot of shots that they normally make, and that has to be frustrating. So I think he's going to call this timeout just to try to see if they can be more aggressive, get them to the free throw line.
Sometimes that's the best solution for them, but ultimately I think they'll be able to shoot themselves out of this slump. But in the meantime, maybe getting to the free throw line will help.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Cousins with a screen on Dragic. The shot by Paul, no good.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And Harden with the stuff.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
LeBron kicks to Dragic. Feeds to Jordan. Stolen by Harden. And they're on the break. On up the court. Pass to Cousins. And stolen by Jordan. Dragic with it. Chris Paul covering. Gasol dishes to Dragic. Horford sets a screen for Dragic. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The East All-Stars have made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. And it's Dragic with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. First team.
Davis with a screen on Dragic. And Chris Paul gets the three. Paul's got the lead up to 7 now for the West All-Stars. And we've reached the end of the third. West All-Stars lead by... And here is LeBron. And so in the game for the East All-Stars, Dragic is out there with Jordan. Then it's Pau Gasol. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Horford in the center. And so here are the West All-Stars. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. And it's Paul penetrating. He dishes it to Davis. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
They've got the lead despite pretty cold shooting from the field in the first half, and now they're beginning to find their groove.
Well, this is a team capable of getting hot, and if they do, they're going to really extend this lead.
Uncovered. That misses off the backboard.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
James with it. Leonard picks him up. It's Dragic with the drive. Stolen by Harden. Here's the break. Moving it up. Leonard the pass to Paul.
East All-Stars foul call. Al Horford. That's his first.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the West All-Stars.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
Looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning a timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
And so he makes both from the line. Jordan with it. In the corner, it's James. Pulls it up. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Jordan. Paul outside. Paul left side. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Jordan. A second chance effort. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. The West All-Stars on D. They have a 9-point lead. Dragic against Paul. And it's Dragic off the drive. Here's Jordan. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Take a look at what Jordan's done. He has 8 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Well, that's obviously not a big number, but he's been doing some valuable defensive work for him.
And the second free throw, good. Guys, a chance to add to their lead.
And if they get it to double digits, Kevin, they might not get caught.
Paul again, Dragic. And they double up Paul. 6 to shoot. Shot from the wing. That drops. Paul's got 14 points here in the second half.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Paul again, Dragic. Kicks it to Horford. Back to Dragic. From outside the arc.
He has not been on his game. And, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Clark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it.
Using his strength nicely there to ensure the rebound. Good work.
Out to the right wing. Fires from the corner. Again, Dragic missing. He lobs it up. And it's slammed in by Davis.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
Jordan with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Was shot by Jordan, no good.
And these are the types of games where it's obvious one team clearly had the edge. Tonight, it's going to be a great win by a large margin for the West All-Star.
It's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Paul. He just looked like an orchestrator out there, keeping his teammates involved, running to the open spots. I mean, he would constantly find them more often than not.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. 11 feet away. Bank shot, no good.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
Here's Dragic. And it's blocked by Harden. Clark, they're in good position here to ride it out.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, if they just play smart right here, Kevin, this game's pretty much over.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
It's Dragic with the drive. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Dragic.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
Here's Paul. Lets it go with a three. No good. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.